Well, I'm joined now by a very special guest who has a very special announcement for us. We get to break some news here on Avixa TV. This is pretty exciting.
It is. It is.
We've got Dave Labuskes, CEO of Avixa. Dave, go ahead and tell us the news that was just shared publicly here in Barcelona at ISE, but for the rest of the world now.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, I am super excited about being able to talk about InfoComm Edge, which is the event that we just launched. It's going to be in October 27th and 28th in Dubai. And it's going to be something that I don't think anybody's ever imagined before. And I'm sorry you guys weren't here to be able to hear about it in person.
So tell us a little bit more about why the name Edge and what's the thought process behind what makes this event different.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think actually pretty much can describe the entire event starting with Edge. If you think about what is an edge is a transition. An edge is a beginning or an end. An edge is something that gives us a visual reference point that things are changing, things are different. And if you think about our industry, one of the challenges we've had for a long time is the fact that our technology is brought into a project at the end of the project rather than at the beginning of the project. And, everybody listening to this, we're all really adept at working within those kind of limitations. But what if you didn't have to work within those kind of limitations? What if there wasn't an edge that you had to fight? And if you used an event like an Avixa event to be able to illustrate how you can move forward to where you're part of the specification, not part of the afterthoughts. So this event incorporates really three key audiences. It's going to incorporate the end user. Let's start with the end user, because the end user is the one that actually needs to realize the value of bringing us in faster. They don't realize it from looking at a lineup of products. What an end user needs to see is the outcomes. They need to see an actual implementation of the technology. Now, how are they going to get that? Well, they need an integrator to give them that. They need somebody to actually build that experience and demonstrate that to them. And finally, you don't have the outcome or the integrator if you don't have the technology producer. We call them manufacturers, but maybe some of them aren't even manufacturers anymore. They might be software developers, but they're producing that content. And we're explicitly targeting all three. So what we're going to do with this thing is issue tenders that are written by an end user council to integrators to ask them to provide a activation that illustrates potential outcomes. We're going to build it in four different themes. We're going to talk about government and enterprise. We're going to talk about hospitality, travel, leisure. We're going to talk about education. And the integrators will have an opportunity to actually create that environment, demonstrate what the control room of the future will look like, demonstrate what the hotel and the hospitality experience would be like in the future. Then actually deliver that, actually build it, and then demonstrate then, therefore, their vision, their capability, their ability to interpret and understand the clarity of the needs of the end user council, and deliver this experience that then VVIP end users are invited into, and they walk through this experience and they have opportunities to learn about content. The producers have opportunities to show their wares in other aspects and areas of the show. But the activations are brand agnostic. So when you come into the event from that community of producers, exhibitors, manufacturers, you're looking at how do you influence the conversation? How do you create a presence for your brand, a brand memory? And it's not a grid and it's not a trade show, but it is, I think, an opportunity to really transform the world in an area in the world that is transformative right now. There's so much happening there. So it's this perfect alignment, in my opinion, of need, of opportunity, and delivering on a realistic example of the creativity of our industry.
Yeah, that's incredible. October 27th and 28th, right?
Yep.
Towards the end of this year. Last question for you. What do you say? People say maybe this is you trying to throw a retirement party for yourself in Dubai. What do you think?
Well, it's hard to imagine a better place to throw a retirement party. Yeah.
This is very exciting because, as you were describing, it's not another trade show. It's a different type of event that we were really trying to establish, and really exciting to see it come together. So
I can't wait.
yeah, this will be great. Thank you so much for telling our audience all about it. A lot more information coming soon. Be sure to keep following us, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Dubai.
Awesome. Thanks.